In 1 year, we've grown this account by over 50%. Last year at this time, we were around 40-some thousand dollars. We are now at $73,150. And by next year at this time, this account will be over $100,000. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video, we're going to do a quick recap on last week, as well as our plan to continue to generate income. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you leave us a like, comment, subscribe as we jump in, because we sell cash secured puts, we sell covered calls, we do credit spreads, and finally we collect dividends from high yielders. So let's jump right in first with our trade history. Always want to be fully transparent. So last week we sold some cash secured puts and some covered calls. When you sell a covered call, you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price, and when you do this, you get paid a nice credit. So MSTU, $1.50 call. That means we agreed to sell the stock for $1.50 per share. We got paid $30 just to agree to do it. A cash secured put on the other side of that is when you agree to buy a stock for a predetermined price. And when you do this, you also get paid. So we got paid last week just to agree to buy and sell stocks that we were already wanting to buy or that we already owned. My favorite way to generate income, but guys, always remember, my trades are my opinions. They should never be taken as financial advice. Let's take a quick look at the dividends that hit the portfolio last week. We had some beautiful payers. YBIT paid us $70. That's fantastic. COYY, that's one of our ultra yielders, along with TSYY. As you can see, we got $112 and $141 from both of them last week, and actually we can see next week we're going to get more from both. We'll talk about that in a quick second. ULTY was supposed to pay us on the 4th. That $30 has not hit the account yet, so not sure what's going on there, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll come around. And as you can see, next week, $160 from TSYY, $115 from COYY. That's fantastic. That's $275 going to start our week with. That's amazing. I love that. Gives us a great start to earning income. We'll sell some options. We'll roll some positions. We'll invest into more yielding dividend funds. And what I love about that is you can kind of see a little bit of growth behind it. So last week we collected $141 from TSYY. This week we're going to capture $160. We have reached our share goal total with TSYY. We now have we have reached our goal, I apologize, of 1,000 shares. And COYY, we're going to get that to 1,000 shares. We're at $115 coming our way, and that's with, let's take a look here at how many shares we have. And as I scroll down, take a look at how many open option contracts I have. I love selling options. I have more options than I do shares of stock. Anyway, let's get back down here. TSYY, there is our 1,000 shares. That is fantastic. We won't invest any more money into TSYY for the foreseeable future, but we will take these distributions. For example, that $160 that's going to hit the account, that is going to go to COYY. We're at 415 shares, as you can see there. I want to get this to 500 shares. That is my goal. And then after that, I'm going to start investing into one of the Round Hill funds. And that Round Hill fund will be part of my Ultra Yielder group. The Ultra Yielder group I label as TSYY, COYY, and to a smaller extent, ULTY and YBIT. I have those also in the Ultra Yield group, but that's not actually the main focus on how we are going to get to our $100,000 goal by next year. That is more into our stable pairs, and let's take a look and talk about them here now. But before we go any further, I want to give a quick shout out to the beautiful Premium Generals. They are a wonderful group where I post exclusive content such as educational videos on how to sell a cash secured put, how to sell a covered call, how to do credit spreads, how to do debit spreads. I just posted a video recently on how to do the strangle method in investing. So a lot of cool investment videos in there, educational ones. And then obviously I do private portfolio updates. I post to this group about 4 to 6 times a week. So there is over 70 videos in there. Come check it out, the Premium General playlist. It's $10. Might learn something, and on top of that, you get to be in every single video. So if you'd like to see your name, your face in this videos, come check it out. We'd love to have you. And with that being said, let's get back into the video. Okay, we are back here in the portfolio. So I've talked about generating income with those high yielders, and those are great. Income is great from them, but you need stabilization if you want to maximize margin, in my opinion. Because generally what happens with high income payers is their share price depletes. It depreciates over time, and as it goes down, your capacity and availability to use margin will decrease. So that's where you need funds that are more stable or can even go up. And a lot of these high yielding funds, they tend to go flat or down. But that's where we're going to talk about PDI, CLM, and CRF. PDI is my all-time favorite dividend fund. I have 576 shares. I want to have 1,000 shares by end of March 2026. I'm doing small daily buys. I'm going to start really taking advantage of margin. And I'm going to use the margin to invest in PDI. I'm going to use the margin to invest into the cornerstone funds, CRF, CLM. I want to have 3,000 shares of each of those by the end of 2026. My goal is to hopefully have 1,500 shares of each by the end of this year. So that means I will just need to double that by the end of next year, which 100% I believe we can do. Consistent purchases, using income and reinvesting into it. And then finally, I do have some real estate in this portfolio, ORC. That is a monthly paying real estate fund. I'm getting paid a little paycheck from them the end of December, $24 because I had 200 shares. I currently have 300. Every 100 shares usually equates to about $12 a month. So I want to get up to 1,000 shares, give me an extra $120 a month. Essentially, it's like, view it from a real estate perspective, have a rental property and the tenant's paying me $120 a month, but I don't have to fix anything. So that's pretty nice. And with the cornerstone funds, they will decrease in share price, but they'll also be a lot more resistant. They won't be like the yield max funds. I was very heavy in ULTY this year, up over 5,000 shares. I guess heavy might be an exaggeration, but I had a decent amount. And with that, the share price kept dropping, and I did post a video on my truth on what I ended up with the ULTY, but I'm down to my last 50 shares. I will hold those for a while. I guess unless the dividend payments or distributions never actually hit the account, then maybe I will sell. They did that 10-to-1 reverse split. I had sold down to 500 shares. 10-to-1 gave me 50. So we'll see what happens from here on those funds. But like I said, combining selling options and some of those ultra yielders to generate income in order to buy these more stable funds, utilizing margin to purchase even more of those funds. And those funds will then start being able to truly cover anything I need them to. 1,000 shares of PDI usually equates to around $220 a month. 3,000 shares of each of the cornerstone funds, that's usually right around, again, I'm guesstimating dividends stay relatively where they are. That'll be $300 for each of those funds. That's $600. That's around $800 just between those funds, not including any of the income generated from selling options, any of the income generated from the ultra yielders. So right now the account is in a fantastic place, in my opinion, grown from 40-some thousand last year to 73,000 and some change this year. I think we did hit an all-time high. We did. I think this account's all-time high is 74,000 right there, and that's just amazing. So we are doing fantastic, consistent income, consistent moves, and that's how we can really grow the account. And my goal, like I said, is to start maximizing margin a little bit, and I'm not a proponent for it. I'm not telling you to use it. I am trying to use it, take advantage of it here. There's a lot of margin I can use, so might as well take advantage of it, maximize it. But I will stress, guys, don't put that margin in any ultra yielders. Please don't put them in funds that are going to pay you or they're going to grow over time. Don't put them in the ultra yielders and just assume you're going to get your money back in no time, because it seldom works out like that. So with that being said, it's Saturday, Ohio State. We got our we got our conference championship tonight, so we'll beat down on Indiana. Let me know in the comments if your state school is doing well. I always talk a little bit at the end of these videos on if anybody makes it this far, which I know my one guy does, the man. But let me know if your college team's doing well and let me know what place they will be in the college football playoff, obviously behind Ohio State as we win back-to-back. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next one.